extra ASMR videos from me, please click the link down below. Hi, thank you so much for signing up for this consultation. I'm really excited to work with you. What's your name? Okay, awesome. It's really nice to meet you, Casey. So, what is your goals? What would you like to achieve? Okay. I love that. Yes, that's perfect. You sound a lot like me. When I started my fitness journey, I was in the same shoes. It was all very overwhelming, but don't worry. We're gonna have a really nice, smooth, easy introduction, and you're not even gonna notice you're doing fitness. It's just gonna feel like therapy. That's how I feel, at least. So, okay, first we're going to go over your goals. We're gonna go over any injuries that you might have, and then we're gonna find out what you've done in the past, what you liked, what you didn't like, and then I'm gonna create a custom workout for you. How does that sound? Good. Oh, good. Yay, I'm so excited. Yeah, I think we're gonna work really well together. Okay. And just so you know, I am NASM certified, so you're in good hands. I'm very conscious about injury prevention, so doing the correct form. We'll also get to the diet, of course, because that's a big part of the fitness journey. Your food is your fuel for your workouts. So, yeah. How do you feel about the diet? Is that something that you feel is something holding you back, or would you like to learn more? Okay. Got it. Alright, so your goals. You would like to get some muscle tone. Okay. And are you thinking of putting on like a lot of muscle, or just a little bit of muscle? You're not looking to become like a bodybuilder or something? Like, no? Okay, so just to be healthy. I'm the same. And then, okay. And how many days a week do you have in your schedule to fit in fitness? Alright, Monday after work. Perfect. And Wednesday. Okay. Friday. Alright, perfect. 3 days a week. That's what I recommend in the beginning. It's a perfect beginning. You don't have to go gung-ho and do this every day working out. If you want to, that's awesome. But it is good to let your muscles take a break for one day. Okay. So then, what's your diet look like? Alright. So here's the little story on what I recommend for diet. Are you ready? So it's pretty simple, actually. So we have they call it your macros, and all you have to do is just track. I know it sounds overwhelming, but it's not. Just for 1 week, that's all. You just download the app called MyFitnessPal. Here, I'll write it down for you. There's a free version, so you don't have to pay for it. You just track what you're eating, so you're aware of the calories you're eating, since you do want to lose some weight. So we want to swap the heavy calorie food items to the lesser calorie, but still the same nutrition, dense wise. And okay, and then so we've got those macros your whole grains, your vegetables. It's gonna be, and I'll give you like a whole paper with examples. I'll send it to your email, okay? Can I get your email? Okay, Casey11 at gmail.com. Okay, perfect. So if you ever feel super tired, that's because you probably didn't have enough carbs the day before your workout. I love to do a little carb loading the day before I know I'm gonna do like some jogging on the treadmill. And we're gonna also get to something called SMART goals. That stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, personality trait of yours that you're gonna tackle these challenges, and I have total faith in you. So good job. You're welcome. Okay. So there's that. So anyways, so on MyFitnessPal, you're gonna track your diet, okay? Just for 1 week, and then we're gonna do intuitive eating after that. Once you get a feel for what you're eating, and then I'll check it out next week, and we can go through it and modify some things. Okay? Okay, great. Okay, let me get a new paper really fast. Okay, let's go through your history with any injuries. Okay, so your knees, you have some sensitive knees. Okay, no worries. I have some tips for you when we get into the workout next week on how to do exercises to best treat or to avoid hurting your knees any further, and some strengthening exercises too, of course. Okay, there's that. And then anything else? Alright. Shoulder. Oh my gosh, the shoulders are so sensitive. I've also got some good tips too. I have here for you, where's that paper? I'm just gonna send you the digital file, is that okay? Okay, I'm gonna add that to your email list, send workout, and we'll go through that next week too, in our next appointment. Okay, so shoulders and knees, alright, sounds good. And then, is there a part of your body that you'd really like to focus on? Something that just you'd like to improve on? Okay, got it. The glutes, that's a really popular one. And then anything else? Triceps. So it's actually, that's a really good question. Can I lose fat in just one particular area of my body? And the answer to that is no. Well, we can build muscle in a particular part of the body, but when it comes to stubborn fat, the trick here, it's gonna be all about diet and cardio, your cardiovascular system. So when we're doing cardio, which, how do you feel about cardio, by the way? as your best friend. Okay, what cardio styles have you done before? Alright, cool. Yeah, I know about that studio. So, would you say you're someone who really likes group classes? Okay. I see. Yeah. Group classes, perfect. And then small group, big group, small, me too, yeah. I'm a fan of not having a ton of people in the same room, so I get that. Small group, gotcha. And what style? Oh my gosh, yes, I love a good HIIT class. And I can also custom your workouts to be a HIIT style if you'd like. Or we can do some weightlifting, some heavy weightlifting one day, and then give our muscles a break, do a HIIT style class, and get that cardio going. And then skip a day and then go back to our weight training. And a lot of people don't think about that, how giving your muscles a break is so important. So doing this every day, lifting, it's actually, it's really good for the body to once every month and a half or so to just take like a week off, give those muscles a break and stick to cardio. It's so that you don't feel, like you're not doing anything, you're still doing something, you're doing cardio, and then your muscles are gonna bounce right back. You're gonna like work out harder than you've worked before. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so, and let's see, what have we went over all that. Okay, and then do you prefer, would you like to meet up in a gym, or do you prefer working out at home? Alright, home workouts. Yeah, I am a huge fan too. The gym is great for when you just need some machines that just don't hit the spot. That what you have at home is a little limited, but I have all of my tools behind me, so I'll get there. But okay, home workouts, and then, but you're open to going to the gym. Okay, awesome. Because I have different techniques. I mean, it actually transfers really well. The techniques I'm going to show you, it's going to transfer for everything you're doing. So, let's see there. Okay, perfect. So next time, this is what we're going to work on, okay? Let's get a new paper for your file. Okay, next time. So today we went over your injuries. We went over your preferred style of working out, what your goals are. We found out we'll get more into the motivation next time, but it sounds like health is a big motivator for you. Is that right? Okay, cool. So we'll start tracking, make it a measurable, realistic goal, and then do you have a timeline? Alright, great. 1 year. Perfect. That's great. And then, how much weight would you like to lose, ideally? Okay. Great. That sounds like a very achievable goal in a 1 year time span. You don't want to lose more than show you, and then I'll show you some tips on how to use it. So I'll show you the gear, and then for our third appointment, we're gonna go over stretching. It's a very underestimated part of fitness, and then you're gonna feel like night and day when you add in these stretches. I've got this this tool here. It looks like a medieval contraption. Maybe you've seen it before, have you? No, not yet. Okay. This is a Theracane. There's other brands you can find online, but this is like the original from Denver, Colorado, it says right here. And what we like to do here at Liza Lila Fitness, we like to look for knots in the body. So, because these knots, they're going to prevent us from getting that full range of motion, and we want to make sure that when we're lifting, that our muscles are not so tight that we can't get that full range. And then, as well, when we're lifting, we're actually creating some scar tissue in the muscles, so we need to like stretch out what we've done to the muscles, so it just balances the body out that way. And there's other things too besides this for stretching, which we'll get into that. Like, here are our these little rubber balls, or you can get a tennis ball, but I like these like lacrosse balls, or in England they're called racket balls, because I've got some books here, which I'll show you that too before we get off this consultation call, okay? So this will find our really sensitive to touch spots in the muscles, especially like the traps up here, or in the back, or in the glute muscle, especially like if you've ever had sciatic pain. Have you ever had sciatic pain? Oh, yes, you do. Okay, good to know. That's really good to know. I'm gonna write that down in your notes. Sciatic. So we'll definitely make sure to add in these stretch tips for you. So we got stretching, ab training. We'll have a whole session on ab training, because part of your package, that's going to include all of this. We're going to set you up so you'll know what to do when you're no longer working with me. Unless you want to keep working with me, then that's awesome too. I'm very happy to work with you. Casey, you're really lovely. So, okay, so we got our ab training. That's important because we want to keep our back neutral. The reason we want a neutral back is every part of the body is connected back to that spine. So, that's spine. And we want to keep our spine always strong by using those corset abs, which I'll get to the books in a second. One of them, actually it's a digital book, so I'm going to add that guess I'll just call it the before you start, or the prepping the body, the prep phase, I think. And so that means full body. So level 1 is full body 3 times a week. And we're gonna want to do that for like, everyone's different and depends on your timeline, but I like to do that so we get all the major big muscles up to par and before we start splitting up the body. And this full body routine, it includes like almost all your muscles pretty much, so you can do this forever if you want, truly. Like, so it's pretty much the biggest muscles which need those smaller muscles to work out to get that full body. It's good, and I'll share this with you later too. Squats, a hinge like a Romanian deadlift. I'll share what that means later. Squat, hinge, like the acronym or the little saying in my head, I say squat, hinge, push, pull, press. So that's your leg muscles. That's a lot of glutes because your glutes are like really, really in charge of everything. It seems like. Okay, so glutes, squat, hinge is going to be a lot of your hamstrings, the back of the thigh muscle, and that's also strengthening your back at the same time. Squat, hinge, push is chest. It's a very big muscle, and that includes biceps and triceps too. Squat, hinge, push, pull is going to be all back, so we're going to be rowing. We're going to be doing some rear flies, reverse flies. We're going to be doing some lat pull downs. So a lot of back. So squat, hinge, push, pull, and then press is shoulders. And shoulders is, don't worry if you have to start at a super low weight, because everyone's shoulders are very, very weak when you first start out. So, and I'll show you the proper technique on that. For example, elbows always in front of shoulders, and we'll get there though. Okay. And shoulders, that also includes all these other smaller muscles in there. So yeah, that's going to be full body 3 times a week. I'm going to say like 2 months. 1 to 2 months you want to start here, and then we'll start doing split body routine. And so yeah, we'll get there. It's for split body, which is your legs, back. So it's like lower body. There's options. You can do lower body, upper body if you only have time to work out twice a week, or you could do a 3-day split. So legs 1 day, torso another day, and then 3rd day, it's all customizable too. Like when I go to the gym, I like to work on the things that I feel like are my weaker muscles, because muscle imbalance is like really underestimated. Anyways, okay. I think that's a lot of information for your first session / consultation. But please email me if you have any questions. next week works for you.